What is up, Starseeds? I am Sydalexandria, and on this channel we talk about scientific spirituality, things in this realm, and today, I guess by popular demand, we're going to be talking about why/how I'm always so happy. Now, this hasn't been an actual video request, but so many people this past, I don't know, probably year especially, but even the past few weeks in my personal life, especially, people have been asking me like how/why/what I do to just stay so happy all the time. And I would not make this video unless I actually truly felt like I am really just happy 99% of the time, 99.9% of the time these days. And it is a really good feeling. Don't get this twisted. I still get frustrated and disappointed sometimes, but I think the key to always being happy is unconditional love. And I mean unconditional love for everyone, everything, not holding any grudges, okay? And I was thinking about making a list, but I was like, the only thing on the list is unconditional love, because unconditional love means no grudges, because there's unconditional love, right? It doesn't mean being taken advantage of, this unconditional love. Someone commented, I forget their name or who it was, but comment again if this was you. And they asked me, what was the most powerful emotion? I said love, or unconditional love, or something like that. And then they're like, oh, well, that's not healthy. And I was like, no, actually it is, because unconditional love doesn't mean you let people walk all over you. No, because I believe in order to have unconditional love for everything, mathematically, scientifically, spiritually, you have to have unconditional love for yourself first. Sure, you can maybe have unconditional love for like one or a few other people before you unconditionally love yourself, but it's not going to be healthy. In order to fully have unconditional love for everyone and everything in the whole universe, you do need to have that self-love, which people talk about all the time. They say you need to love yourself before you can love other people, and this is true to an extent. It definitely is. I see the truth and the kind of illusion in everything, because words, right? Like the English language, all earthly languages, or at least most of them, just have this, like veil, I guess you could say. You can't see the full picture in these words because it's not telepathy, because we're not there yet. Anyways, that was a total side topic. But no, unconditional love, you still have love for yourself, so you still set boundaries, but that doesn't mean you don't love that person. Like, someone commented like this terrible scenario, and it's like, no, you don't have to have contact with someone you unconditionally love. I unconditionally love everyone, strangers that I don't know. I don't know their names, so I don't know their phone numbers. I'm not in contact with everyone in the whole entire world or universe. I have old friends. I have lots of old friends that I unconditionally love dearly, and we have so many great memories, but I'm not in contact with them because we're no longer resonating, or I have boundaries, and we're on different paths now. And that's totally fine. I still unconditionally love them. I don't have any grudges against them. That's what unconditional love is. I guess that's like the best definition I can come up with, at least for you guys. So I think that is the key to always being happy, because then this also goes for situations. You can have unconditional love for a situation, and it might sound kind of silly, but you can. Like, one of my dear friends, I think it was yesterday, she had like a terrible day. She woke up late for work, and then all of this stuff went wrong throughout her day, and I was just thinking, listening to this story, like, You woke up late and you let it get to you. You said, oh, F this. Oh, I'm so pissed. I'm going to be late to work. Yada, yada, yada. This is going to be a terrible day. And then you made it a terrible day. Law of attraction or law of assumption. All of them. You know, we just gave laws to this thing that happened. We gave words to it and called it a law of the universe. And I mean, it is. But again, English, language, like, it just, everything just is what it is. So if you can look at a situation and be like, dang, I woke up late. Well, I better hurry up and get ready, you know? Like, that's all it has to be. I have this video, I forget the title of it because I think I changed it, but it was something like I have a lot to talk about. And it was like, I think it was only a half hour, maybe it was almost an hour, but somewhere around there. I think it was about a half hour long, and I talked about a lot of different stuff. And that was the second video I made after getting into a car crash. And it wasn't anything major, but it definitely changed my perspective on things. And then after the car crash, I was just like, whoa. And I had this sense of, you know, time is thinking like, oh, well, before the crash, after the crash, 2 days after the crash, 3 days after the crash, it was like a BC and AC type of feeling, honestly. And it was just wild. My vibration was so high days after this. Thankfully, everyone in the situation was okay. My car was not great. Their car was not great. But I was like, even though this person pulled out right in front of me, endangered multiple lives, I did not think at all when I was on the side of the road still, and I was on the side of the road for a couple hours. The thought to be upset about it did not even cross my mind. The only negative thought I have was, well, I'm going to be late for this. I need to figure this out real quick. I didn't think, oh my gosh, I'm so pissed at you. You just almost killed me. No, that thought never crossed my mind until hours later. And the reason it crossed my mind is because someone else said, oh my gosh, I would be so mad. And then I thought, oh my gosh, everyone else would be so mad. And I realized, and so this is how I have these thoughts of not even really anger, just kind of like, wow, like, this is actually ridiculous. Like, I have thoughts of, wow, this is actually ridiculous. And that's about as bad as it gets, besides maybe a moment of frustration, and then I check myself. Other than that, I'm just like all smiles all the time. Like, I didn't even tell anyone that I worked with that I got into that crash until later in the day, and they were like, what the heck? You walked in here smiling this morning. And I was like, yeah, I wasn't mad. Yeah, because I was happy. Like, I don't know how to explain it to you, but I just was. Like, people can do me wrong, and I'm just like, I have love for you. And it's not even usually an I feel bad for you type of thing, because a lot of people in the spiritual community, this is a sad truth, you guys. And I don't want to judge people in the spiritual community who do this, and I don't want to judge the people that the people in the spiritual community think these things about. But it is tricky living in like a dense 3D world like we do, and not having these feelings of like judging someone sometimes. That's another thing that I think keeps you happy, is trying not to judge people. But this is what I've observed. I've observed people have like a spiritual ego. And it's the same people that say that we need to like diminish the ego. No, we have an ego for a reason. We chose to have an ego. We need to learn how to think in a way that we want, because I feel like we've been brainwashed. Anyways, these so-called spiritual people will talk down on other people and make themselves seem like they're on this pedestal because they're enlightened and they're awakened, and all of these other little sheep are asleep. And it's just very, like, I don't know, it's kind of disappointing, but to each their own. And I guess that's kind of my view for a lot of things. You know, it's like I want them to understand, but I also, now that I'm a bit older than when I started my spiritual journey, I know people don't appreciate me blurting out all of this information to them and trying to like change their mind because I want them to think quote unquote better or quote unquote like how I think, because I dealt with that issue for a while. I still do from time to time. But now I know I can just hop on YouTube and say it all, and the people who want to watch, and the people who don't click off. And that's cool. That's super cool. So I don't know. I guess that's the video. Unconditional love. Not holding grudges. Even all of like, I had issues with a few girls when I was a bit younger. And I think some of them still might have an issue with me, but I don't have an issue with them, even though I didn't do anything to them. They think I did. So I'm like, you feel this way because I did this? Like, it is what it is. I know I shouldn't feel sorry because I didn't do anything that would bother me. You know, the golden rule, what they tell you in elementary school, is treat everyone how you want to be treated. So that is what I do. That is also another key to happiness. It's not like I just woke up one day and I was like, okay, all the people I have a grudge against, it's gone. But it's also not like I didn't wake up one day and feel that way. I don't know if I did or not. I don't know when it happened. I think it was a transition into feeling a bit less and less resentment towards people. But now I can definitely say, like, I do not have grudges against literally anyone. Not Hitler, not Bin Laden, not anyone. It doesn't mean I like those people. It means I love those people because I don't have grudges. Even against the worst people. Those are the worst two people I can think of. And I'm sure there's a ton of other terrible people too. Terrible people. You gotta have love for them. And it's not even a feeling sorry for them. It's just like, okay, you're on your path. I don't like how you affected other people, because that is what I believe is against the laws of the universe, and they are, in my opinion, feeling that right now. They have to feel the energy that they gave off in that life. So I believe they're in quote unquote hell, which I believe heaven and hell are a realm. It's a spectrum. It's not this or that. But terrible people like Hitler and Bin Laden, they are feeling that. They're feeling the energy they gave off, and it definitely feels like hell because they're on this low end of the spectrum, right? So that was a lot. That was lots of different subjects intertwined. But things I do to feel happy: go outside. I love having a schedule. I love keeping my house nice and clean and organized is the main thing. Any toys, put away in their spot. Any clothes, fold them, put them away. Keep things nice and orderly and tidy physically and mentally. You feel that way as well. Eating a good diet is not crucial, but it can help a lot. When I eat healthy, it makes me feel so much better in every way. And I can tell when I eat junk that I'm like, oh. And I don't know if it's like a placebo effect type of thing. I do think it's a little bit of both, because that has lots of power over us. When we think something is the way it is, that's how it is. But I also do think it's just like, if I was blindfolded and my taste buds didn't taste, I do think, like, if I didn't know what I was eating, I do think it would have an effect on me a little bit still too. So diet, moving around. I don't just sit around because I can't, but if I do sometimes more than usual, I'm like, I need to get my body moving, and I just dance around and it feels so good. Speaking, if I like don't speak for a while, I start to feel really weird. I need my vocal cords to be moving and expressing, and I'm someone who, when I'm like out in public or if I'm at work, I don't talk that much, But then if I'm around people I'm comfortable with, or if I'm in front of a camera, I will just talk all the time. I won't shut up. So that's what makes me happy, expressing myself. Researching your passions. So something that really, really helps you feel happy is doing what makes you happy, finding your passion in life. And what makes me happy is researching things that I'm interested in and speaking about them, and just like doing whatever I want. And usually that is just like obtaining information and just like storing it in my brain. That's what makes me happy. That's like my passion. You know, playing outside with my son, that makes me happy. Just being outside in general with my feet in the grass, in the dirt, that makes me happy. So doing more of what makes you happy keeps you happy, but having like a routine can help kind of. It gives me structure. I also want to add now, as I'm making dinner listening to this lecture by Ram Dass, that another key to being at peace all the time, to being happy, is to treat everything. He just kind of sparked my mind on this. Treat everything like it's a ritual, like have everything be sacred. Making food especially, and drinking water. Every time I drink water, I, think good thoughts. Every time I take a shower, every time I do anything with water, every time I prepare food, every time I brush my hair, do it sacredly, do it like it's a ritual, like everything, appreciate everything. Long story short, unconditional love, acceptance, and appreciation for everything. Just always be 100% honest with everybody, because you don't want any unconscious, unspoken business, because that's karma. Do little things that you feel called to do. If you feel called to go outside and hula hoop, go outside and hula hoop. If you feel called to go outside while it's raining and dance in the rain, dance in the rain. Things like this. This one is super controversial, but just stay single. Just don't indulge in romantic love. Just love everyone as friends, I guess, and maybe have crushes, but don't indulge. Focus on yourself. Try to remember that we are all one, and what we perceive is a reflection of ourself, a piece of that greater all, and choose to be happy, because being happy is a choice. See the beauty in all things. See weeds growing up out of the cracks of the sidewalk and in your flower beds where you would rather them not be. Be okay with that, accept that, and see that is beautiful. Because the ecosystem, man, don't get me started. Now, please be aware that this is easier said than done. I don't like sitting here and saying, yes, I'm happy all the time. It took a lot. It took a lot to get here. And when I started my YouTube channel, I was pretty happy when I started this channel. And I went through a lot of stuff when I was especially 17 and 18 especially. But now, pretty much ever since I turned 19, I have been on this journey of getting happier. And now I'm at a spot where I just know that soon I'm going to get even more happier. And I can hardly even comprehend that, but I know it's going to be amazing. And I know that there is some blockages in my way. There's just some more things I want to get done, some more things I want to research, some more things I want to prep for. And then I know my life is going to take an even more exciting turn. So I'm excited. I don't like being excited for things. I like just kind of being content with things. And I also am very content as well. I'm excited yet also content. I'm just going with the flow. And I think that also keeps me very happy. But I do want to say that the other morning I woke up and I set the intention I might do a video like just all about this, but I wanted to give you a little nugget at the end of this video. I like lifted my arms up and I said something like, I can't do it fully now because I'm not, like, I don't want to do it fully now, but I said something like, more of my energy come to me now. I am setting the intention for more of my energy from my other parallel incarnations to come into this body, into Sydney more, because I need more energy in Sydney so I can complete this mission. And that, let me tell you, it made me sit up straighter. It gave me better posture. It gave me more energy, 100%. Just saying that and doing that, especially like right after I did it and like that day. And I still kind of feel like a BC and AC type of thing. Like after I did that the other morning, I feel much more, like more of my energy is in my body, like I set the intention for. So doing that can help as well. I'll probably do a video just all about that, but as you guys might know, I have a long list of like 500 videos that I want to do, and I do a video every week. So it might take me a while, but I don't want this video to be too long. Just, you know, it's okay if you're not happy. I think accepting that and then putting things to action to change that. I find so much joy out of getting things on my to-do list done. And yes, that does sound like I'm a workaholic, and yes, maybe I am, but it makes me happy, and that's okay in my mind. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Listen to some binaural beats, listen to a meditation, just lay down and listen to your thoughts and listen to yourself and set the intention to get information from your higher self or from the universe, from source, whatever you want to call it. So have a great day, have a great life. Bring, if you would like, more of your energy into your body that you're watching this video in. And yeah, peace out.